Hi everyone. So this might be a little controversial video, but I wanted to address being with what is called narcissistic rage. And that's a term I didn't even know a few weeks ago, because narcissism is not something that I knew well. I know a lot of mental health issues and I know how to support people with them, but the narcissist is not one that I knew well. I had to do a little research because twice in the last 3 weeks I was the recipient of narcissistic rage. So I had to take a look, at my life and, was like, well, maybe that's what was going on with my father, in his violence. And I'm not quite sure that was it. I feel like perhaps I've been the recipient of this so that I could understand more and support more some of you that have direct effects from being with narcissistic parents in your childhood. So I was not surprised. I mean, let's say that the first one, I was surprised that it happened at that moment because I was doing an intake with a client. And throughout the intake, they got really upset and just went, "Blah!" and, accused me to all kind of things, asked me to leave their home. I was doing an out call. But because I knew that other people have had issues with this person before, I wasn't completely surprised and I was able to not take it personally. The second one happened this morning where I commented, I did 2 words. I said, geez, their name, and I put a little emoji. It was on a thread. And, I had hold this geez, so-and-so, for a few months now, as I would read this person's comments on this community thread. And when I decided this morning to say something, I felt that I was empowered in my eldership to speak out what many people were thinking. So I took the risk. And out of this, geez, so-and-so, with a funny emoji, which some people might, felt go like, oh God, I received, 10 inflamed texts calling me names and so on. But I know who I am. So the name calling could not affect me because I knew it was no truth. So again, I did not react, but I felt that in my energy field, it was, still affecting my nervous system. So I did Ho'oponopono with that person in mind to dismantle their energy in my field. But then I also realized that, I understand that it is a mental health issue and that the person that is doing that, throwing rage at, anybody is calling, for healing, but actually they're calling for fight, right? They're calling for fire. I did not give them fire back. There is no reason for me to do that. I could see that's what they were trying to do. I made a comment back saying, hey, when I feel a lot of pent-up energy within my system, I usually try to jump on my bike or have an angry dance or run around the block. So being helpful, which was received as passive-aggressive. And again, I did not react to that. So I understand, there is a need to get into something with somebody, to have attention, to receive negative attention. But after sitting with it for a moment, I also realized and remembered that, I come from a abusive, violent background, on my being, and I have a sword of Kali that's here in my pocket. And if I need it, I know how to defend myself. I know how to pull that sword and go like, not happening. And that's what I call healthy boundaries, where you go, not happening. And I want you to feel that to be available to you. I feel like when we are healers, when we are expecting of ourselves to have compassion and forgiveness, because we want to take the higher road, we want to have a clear and clean heart, we want to be, in our Buddhahood. Yes, we do that. We receive that quality, and I have compassion for these beings, very much so. And also, I feel like it's important, and the reason I'm just really looking at why is there so much narcissism in our communities, in our society, these last few years, and I feel like, yes, compassion and forgiveness, absolutely, but no need to roll over. No need to go like, yes, do me, hurt me, I won't react. I feel like it's really important to be able to go, nah, not okay. That's not okay. Not to engage, into the fight energy, but no. And I think that's why, as women, especially, we have access to all the faces of the goddess. And so we have access to Kuan Yin, we have access to Isis, and we have access to Kali and other, strong mamas. So I want to encourage you to see if you're able to cultivate both energy, Kuan Yin and Kali. It's crucial. That's the fierce mother, that's the mama bear, that's going to defend its community and its children. Nuh-uh, not okay. And actually, when I did that with my energy, this person backtracked. She just, and I'm like, oh, like there was a little bit of passive aggressivity, but, the fire didn't come anymore. I think they really needed that. They needed that boundary of going like, not okay. No, my child, nuh-uh. So I would love to hear how that lands with you. Mahalo. Aloha.